got it. Let me just get this music off now. All right. Sometimes I hit the button and it just doesn't catch. But anyway, so welcome to Thursday Night Live Hangout with Tina. I'm Tina Carini. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Byron, Georgia. So I hope that you guys have been doing well so far this week. Tomorrow is Friday. Yay, right? And let's see. I hope that oh gosh, I know that this weather is going to be affecting a lot of people tomorrow and has been already. But for us, possibly tomorrow in central Georgia, we may be getting a wintry mix. So that doesn't happen very often here. And it is cold outside. And I don't like the cold very much. But it's okay. It'll go away soon, I hope. But anyway, I hope that you guys aren't getting too bad of weather. I know a lot of you are getting a lot of snow. Oh, but you're probably used to it, right? Or if you're not, just comment in the comments and let me know. Thanks for joining me. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so very much for watching the replay. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I really hope that you do by just clicking that red subscribe button. Make sure you click the bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. So let's see. I don't think there's a whole lot more that I need to really talk about as far as life. I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff that I can talk about, but you guys really came on here just to hang out, watch some crafting, learn some new things, and that's what we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to switch this down to my desktop, and we just have a few housekeeping stuff to do. Just a reminder about Stampin' Bingo Day, which is February 15th at 1 p.m. It is an in-person event. The cost is $38. It is prepay and register. The last day to prepay and register is January 31st by 6 o'clock, I think. It's either 5 or 6. I think I made it to 6 o'clock. I think it's at 6 o'clock. But anyway, all the information is in the link below for Stampin' Bingo or Bingo. I think it just says Bingo on there. So just click on there and it will take you to the link to where it will give you all the information and to register and pay. Okay, if you live local, well, of course you're going to live locally, right? If you don't want to use PayPal or your credit card, you can just contact me and we'll figure out a payment arrangement for you. All right, also, let's see here, is my email subscribers. So if you are not subscribed to my email, and it is free, I hope that you do. I send out emails a lot, actually. It didn't used to be a lot. It just used to be a monthly newsletter, but the more and more stuff that's coming out with Stampin' Up! And all the sales and new products and all that kind of stuff, it does happen to be more. And then I like to send you guys when I upload a video so that you guys can have an opportunity to see it if you missed it on Facebook or YouTube. So, and I usually have the projects that we make in the Facebook Live. Sometimes I have a project sheet, sometimes not, and all that kind of good stuff. But it's very informative. It's the way to stay in the know with everything that's going on with Sponge and Stamp and with Stampin' Up. So, also, I'm going to be starting up. I haven't decided exactly when, but it is going to be soon, like within probably maybe 2 weeks. I'm doing some tonight, but this isn't how I'm going to normally do it. But I'm going to start off one card that we're making tonight is from a sketch. And then I have a sample of another card that I made. So I'm going to be sharing that with you. Hey, Carol, thanks for joining. I'm going to be sharing that with you tonight, just so you can kind of get a feel of it. I don't have a project sheet ready for it because, like I said, I'm still in the process of working it all out. but I kind of wanted to give you a sneak peek of it because I'm super excited about it. And card sketches or layouts or, oh, my mind just went blank. I know there's another template, is a great way to get ideas for your cards. And I know that I go to them a lot to get ideas sometimes. So I'm going to show you a little bit how to use them if you're not familiar with them, and maybe you are. And it's always fun to see new sketches, right? All right, so right now, going on, it started Tuesday, is the new mini catalog. It launched. New online exclusive products launched. I hope that you guys are able to see them. You can see them on my online store. Let's see, there are new card kits that launched and a new scrapbooking brochure launched. So there's all kinds of new things that launched this week, and they're super, super fun, super exciting. And I love them all, and I wish I had a budget for them all, but I just don't. My budget's like this. But anyway, so that started, and also Celebration started. So with every $60 that you spend, you get to choose, and that was the one catalog I did not bring over here. Oh, darn. I always forget something, don't I? Right? I didn't want to do this, you guys, because don't look, because I don't match today. It's so cold here that I didn't want to change my nice, warm, comfy pants, so they don't match with my sweater. And I just threw on a sweater because the shirt that I was wearing is the same shirt that I was wearing last Facebook Live. So, hey, it is what it is, right? Hey, Kim. Okay, so this is the Celebration catalog. So with every $60 that you spend, you get to choose a level 1 item in here. Let me tell you, I don't know if many of you, I'm sure a lot of you have already been through it. If there isn't one thing in here that you like, I don't know what to say, because I absolutely love everything in here. Some more than others, but I love them. Like, I love this Fruit Designer Series paper. This is a fun kit right here. And I need to put my glasses on so I can see. I've seen this stamp set used quite a bit lately, and it is adorable. The Day to Celebrate is a very fun set as well. So there's also ideas in here on how you can use these stamps with other stamps that we have from the catalogs. This is my all-time favorite. I absolutely love the Terrific Toadstools and the Toadstool Gardens paper. I love the colors. I just love it. Some of you may not, but I do. I'm trying not to use it too much, but I want to. Okay, then we have Pick a Season, which is a really great stamp set as well. And then we have Dance With Me. You guys can't see them, can you? But you can go onto my online store and you can see them there. Or if you would like to have the catalogs and the brochure and you don't have one, just please contact me, because I would love to get you one in the mail so that you can have them. Sometimes it's a lot different to see it in person or in a catalog than it is online. It's more fun for me to have a catalog and look through the catalog. But some people just prefer just to do everything online, and that's fine too. Then there's these great purple adhesive back sequins. These are I would love to get these, but I haven't yet. They're awesome. Then we have this Bloom Impressions paper that is really beautiful too. Then we have our level 2. You have to spend $120 to be able to get level 2, or you can choose 2 level 1 items. It's all up to you. So you have the heart-shaped bundle, and let's see here. You have the Corner and Bloom stamp set. Making sure there wasn't anything that came with that. And then, of course, we get to the last page, which is this, which is one of my favorite parts. is the joining special. So it's really awesome this time around. So you get here's the stamp set that you get. Now that I can open the catalog, I can show you. You automatically will get this. If you choose option 1, you'll get this stamp set. You'll get to choose 2 of the Stampin' Write markers. So whether the Regals, the Neutrals, the Brights, or the Subtles. And then you get that. Plus, you still get to choose $125 worth of product of your choice that's current. And then it's only $99. Shipping is free. And then it's just plus your tax. And that's it. And then you can do level 2, which you don't get these, but you get an extra $30 of free product instead. So it's really, really awesome. This is a better deal, slightly, not much, but a little bit, because you get the stamp set with these. But yeah, so it's really, really awesome. Hopefully I just made sense there. So really, if you're thinking about joining Stampin' Up, and if I can answer any questions, please just contact me again, and I would be happy to answer any questions, and we would love to have you join our team. Okay, you guys, so that's that. We talked about the email. We talked about Stampin' Up Bingo. I think it is time to bring in the card sketch. So this is the card sketch. This is what I'm going to be starting up. I think I briefly showed you guys last week just a sneak peek of some card sketches. Oh, I don't have the label on the back. Let me bring one in. So you have the card sketch, like this is, no, it goes like this. So it's like this. And then on the back of it, it'll tell you this is sketch 1, and it'll have the measurements of everything that's on here. And then I'll also be making the PDFs to go with them, with the measurements, with a picture of the card sketch, and probably 2 sample cards using the card sketch. And then I will do a video. They're most likely going to be pre-recorded videos, going over the card sketch, doing a couple of samples, and maybe possibly, if I have extra samples, show you some samples. There'll also be a PDF on how to make the samples that we make in the video together. Okay, so this is it. And this, okay, so with a card sketch or template or layout, however you choose to say it, call it, you are going to, this piece right here, I just did it in a single layer because it saves cardstock. And if you're going to make these 2, that's what I suggest, is just do a single layer, and then you collect them. So when you get stuck in an idea or you want something different, you can just go through your little shoebox or a box or whatever you keep them in, and you can say, oh yeah, that's right, I really do like this card sketch. So you can pull it out, and then you can design your card. Okay, I'm stuttering tonight, you guys. I'm really sorry. So in this one, we're going to make a Valentine's Day card. So we have our envelope. We have our card base. Our card base is 8.5 by 5.5, and I did score it at 4 1/4. At least I think I did. So we're going to try to get this straight. There we go. All right, so I'm going to take my bone folder. Hey, Lynette, you guys are popping on. Okay, just get that, make a crisp fold on there. All right, so then the next layer that we have is this light gray. So I don't have my thing there, but I thought I had it. I think it's 1 inch is what it is. Let's make sure. I haven't finished the card sketch completely on all the measurements and everything. Let's see here. Yes, it's 1 inch by, I need my grid paper. It'd be a whole lot easier, wouldn't it? Because then I could just line it up, and it's by 5 1/4. All right, so it's gonna go just like this, all right? And then we have the square right here. But in this card, I decided not to do the square. I also decided to bring in a little layer. And if you notice, our orientation is different too. Okay, so you're going to see how to do it. Unfortunately, I did not make one in this orientation, but in a couple of weeks, we'll redo this card and with different ideas and stuff. So you'll see it better. But I just kind of wanted to give you a sneak peek of what's to come. Okay, so I have a card layer. This is pretty in pink. This is real red. And as you can tell, we're probably making a Valentine's Day card. I thought it would be really fun because it's not that far away, right? It'll be here like that. But this is our layer. This is 5 1/4 by 4. Now, you can leave it like that. And this is the fun part too with these card sketches. And the reason why I'm doing them in the neutral colors is because, let me show you, when I go through the catalogs, which some of our sketches that I'm going to be sharing with you guys are from the catalog too. So, because they give you some really great sketch ideas or layout ideas. I just call them sketches. You guys might call them layouts, but you know what I'm talking about, I think. So in here are these great layouts. And that's where I get some of mine from. I don't think I got this one from here because I don't see it. But I might have taken it from something in here, or it could be in here, because in the annual catalog there are sketches too. So you've got all these sketches here that some of you probably are thinking, well, I don't know the measurements they used. So you're kind of lost, right? So that's why I'm coming in and kind of helping you with it. So, and then I'm going to give you ideas on how to do them. So this one right here, you can see it's probably this card sketch right here, but instead of a circle, they just use this half oval for their sentiment. And they chose not to put a ribbon around there. So see how easy it is to do it. So I hope I'm making sense. I feel like I'm rattling tonight. So that's where I get some of my card sketches from. And then some of them are just from layouts that are my favorite layouts that I use all the time. But if you notice, this does not have a layer. But that's the beauty of card sketches, because, oh wait, no, I am doing the right layout, you guys. I got all, I need to put on here top and bottom just so that I know myself. Okay, so this, because when it's just the card front, it could get mixed up, right? All right, so this is the layout. It is in landscape. Excuse me, I need to get a drink. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so there's not a layer in here, but that's the fun part, is that you can add to step up. You can change the size. You can, this square does not have to be a square. It could be a circle. In a little bit, I'll show you another idea that it could be. Well, this card will show you an idea that it could be. You can bring in, instead of that, you can bring in a die cut shape to use there. So there's all kinds of things to do, but sometimes we just need a little reminder of some of the things that we can do. So with this card, I wanted my background to step it up, but I didn't want to emboss it with an embossing folder. I didn't want to just stamp it with regular ink, tone on tone, or what have you. So I thought what I would do, I want to just show you the card, but I'm not going to yet. Okay, so what I thought I would do is just bring in some scrap paper, and I'm going to use these 2 hearts that are in one of the new stamps that we have right here. This is Hugs for Love. It has a coordinating punch with it right here, which is to the point label punch. So beautiful. And let me tell you, that punch you can use anywhere, and I have. So it's a lot of fun. It is worth the investment. And this could not, this, you would think when you see it, you would say, oh, this is Valentine's. But really, it's only got a couple of things in here that could be Valentine's, except for this, because it does say Valentine's. But you can use hearts all through the year for all kinds of things, right? So that's that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my embossing buddy, because we're going to heat emboss. And it's going to really add a little something something to it. So I've got my Versamark, and I'm going to try to remember how I did these so that they look all nice and pretty and all that, and evenly spaced. So I'm making sure that I'm inking up this heart really well. Man, my voice is going. And I'm just going to ink this up, okay? As good as I can. And I know how I'm doing this card, so I'm trying to be mindful of where I place my hearts so that they're not covered up and then you don't see them. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm sure there's going to be one or two that might get a little bit covered, but that will be all right. Wow, what was that? Oh, our dog just had a bad dream. He woke up growling. Uh-oh, I hope I get good coverage there. Then I'm going to bring in this cute heart right here. Sorry, you guys, but that kind of scared me, the way he just jumped growling like that. And I thought, oh, what happened? But he had a bad dream. Okay, so then I'm just going to fill in with this little heart. Like so. Boy, this cardstock looks like it's Poppy Parade, but it's not. It is real red. It's just the lighting. It's the app too, I guess. I'm not really sure. I'm trying. I got it on my fingers, the Versamark, so I don't want to touch my cardstock with it, because then it is going to want to put Versamark wherever I touch it with, and I don't really want Versamark all over the place. Okay, so I think you guys got the gist. I think that's all I'm going to do. All right, then what we're going to do is we're going to use clear embossing powder. So that is going to add a really nice touch to it, and it's going to be really pretty. So let's see, hopefully I have a nice clean spoon over here. I'm going to carefully, hold on just one second. I got that Versamark all over my fingers, and I don't want to touch the card with it, because then I'm going to have to take a paintbrush and try to get it off. Okay, so now we're just going to try to give good coverage, which it's wanting to stick in other places anyway, so I might not have done a very good job with the embossing buddy. Okay. And what the embossing buddy does is it's supposed to take away any oils or anything like that, so that your powder only sticks where your Versamark is. But sometimes you'll get a stubborn spot, and that's okay. All right. So let me put I got a stubborn spot right here. So let's see, I gotta find a paintbrush. Here we go. I got a couple stubborn spots on here. And I got a spot that I didn't get good coverage, so I'm gonna go back over that as well. All right. And then all you do is you just take your brush and just carefully brush it away. I did not do a very good job with my embossing buddy, because I got quite a bit of stubborn spots here. Okay, let's see. Very carefully do that one. Oops. Well, I messed that heart up. That's That's all right. That's not okay, though. All right. Oh, thanks, Carol. All right, so I feel like my voice has just really been raspy, and I don't know why. I feel fine. I keep messing those up right there, and the powder wants to be really stubborn right there too. So see if I got a little bit of the shakes. All right, we're gonna go with that. So as soon as you get that like you want it, then you're gonna take your heat tool, your heat tool. I always call it my heat gun. We're gonna warm it up a little bit. It's gonna get a little loud, so I'm gonna apologize to you guys. I love this tool. I don't know if I've told you guys this or not, but this is Stampin' Up's heat tool, and it is really awesome. It's got a little stand on here so you can stand it up so that this hot spot right here doesn't hit your surface or your cardstock, catch a fire, all that kind of good stuff. Really, that's not good, is it? And then it's got two different speeds. So it's got a low speed right there. So that's great for like vellum and really delicate papers and cardstocks. And then it's got your high heat, which is perfect for what we're doing. So I'm going to put that up because I really am not going to need it. And then I let this get nice and hot. And then I like to come from the bottom to kind of get that sticking, the powder to stick a little better. And you want to make sure that you keep moving it so that you don't scorch your paper, because your paper will scorch. All right, so, and then I'm just making sure that it's melted nicely. All right, I'm going to turn this. I'm going to go on the bottom over here. There we go. Oh, it's nice and hot now. And then I'm going to come up to the top. Sometimes if I don't start from the bottom, I'll notice that I'll get flyaways and they'll land on my card. Or it's not a really fly. It like blows it off so you don't get that great of coverage. But anyway, so I like to go from the bottom, but it's really, it's really up to you what you like to do. That's good. Then I'm going to let this cool down a little bit, but isn't that pretty? And it's shiny. So that makes a really fun background. Mine is old. Carol says mine is old, so only has one speed. Well, my old one only had one speed too. And I splurged several years ago and bought that one, and I love it. Okay, so then we're going to bring back in our card base here. And this is Petal Pink. And then we have our real red layer that we heat embossed. And I didn't get that good. I see a spot that I missed. So let's bring this back in. Not very shiny. There's a couple spots. All right, I think I'm good with that. All right, so I'm not gonna hear it because we're gonna bring back in our reference here. So we have this light gray here, which is actually smoky slate. And what I'm using for that is a piece of designer series paper. And this is from the Toadstool Gardens, which I love that paper so much. But I thought that it really looks pretty on here because to me it looks like, well, there really isn't, is it? But because of the white, it's Melon Mambo in white, but it looks really pretty with the pretty in pink. So I thought, well, we're just going to put that on the red, and we're going to put it right about there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down. And then we're going to do something else that isn't in the template or the layout or the reference, is twine or ribbon. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to step this layout just a little bit more. So I've got that down right about there. Actually, I want to come up a little higher. Then we're going to stay with that. Okay. I'm going to take, I've got some white baker's twine, which comes in the essential, I think it's the essential pack. It's got crumb cake white, black, very vanilla. There's another color it has in it. I can't think of what it is right offhand. Okay, so I just cut it long enough. It's doubled because I wanted double to go right across there. So I'm just going to flip this over. I'm also going to use some Scotch tape. You can use your tape runner if you'd like and run it down, but right now I am completely out of my tape runner. My last refill, I fudged it up and it had to go in the trash, which really upset me, but it is what it is. But I did. I messed it all up. Okay, and so now we're just going to use tape. You can use glue dots if you want to, but I'm just using a little bit of Scotch tape. I think that that's fine, and I think it works. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so I got to do this side right here. And I probably got a little too much tape, but that's all right. And then we're just going to press that down. All right, so now we're ready to put this one. I'm just going to move that. Actually, I want this side to come down just a little bit. Okay, we're ready to attach that to there or adhere it to that. So let's see here. We're going to use some of our green glue, which is my favorite. So how many of you guys like the green glue? And how many of you guys like your tape runner? I love the green glue. I do like the tape runner, but we've got a love-hate relationship. Like I said, I messed it all up, so I ended up wasting it and having to throw it in the trash can. But it has its purposes that I like to use it for, which one of the things is when I have long strips of ribbon, I like to use the tape runner for that. And when I'm attaching ribbon to the back of one of my cards, I like to use it for that too. Okay, then we have this bow that I've already tied. It's a double bow, okay, and it is going to go right, I think it's going to go there, but I'm going to wait until we get everything else done. So now it's time to do some stamping and some punching. So this is their inside piece here too. So we're going to do something really pretty with that as well. We could use some designer series paper, but I don't think I have any left out here because I didn't think about that. And I don't. So we're not going to do that. So what we'll do is we're just going to take these little hearts right here and we're going to take real red and probably maybe even some melon mambo. Let's try that. So we're going to take real red and we're just going to stamp it across the bottom in just different ways. Oops. I'm just playing this. I've not done this yet, so we're going to see how we like that. We may not like it, and then again, we may really like it. But I think that anything that you do to the inside of your cards dresses them up and makes them fancier and makes it that much more special. Okay, so that was the real red. We're going to close that up so that I don't accidentally stick this in here. And the real red and my melon mambo, for whatever reason, they look really similar when I stamp in full strength. I don't know why. Okay, so there we go. We got that. I wanted it to be kind of wavy and not straight. So I'm okay with that. And then you can stamp your sentiment in there if you'd like to do that. But we're not going to. We are just going to go ahead and put this in the inside of our card because we're done with that part. So we're going to bring our card back and just center this in here. This piece here is 4¼ no, I'm sorry, 5¼ by 5, 5¼ by 4. There, I'll get it out. If you wanted to add a layer like the real red layer in here, that would be really pretty. So you would just cut your white piece just down. You can do 1/8 of an inch, you can do 1/4 of an inch smaller. So that would be a lot of fun. All right, so stamping, stamping, and stamping. And we need a piece of scrap. And we need our real red because I used real red on this for the heart. And then I used this heart right here. This is the heart that I use. So this one's these two is what I did for the heat embossing on our layer. This one we're going to use for the front of our card. So, and I'm using real red, so I'm going to ink it up. My ink pad from Christmas is pretty much used up, so I'm going to try my best. I thought I had real red re-inker, but I guess I used it all. So we're going to just try our best here. And then I brought in my silicone mat. I had a friend tell me that it works really well too for that added little cushion for your photopolymer stamps. And so far, it's been working just great for me. All right, so I wanted to show you that card, but we're not going to. So I have a piece here that is for our sentiment. And all I did is I didn't want it to be straight because we do a lot of straight. I know in the template, it shows, like you can see, it's just basic, right? So I have an old corner rounder and I just used it to round my corners. And then I think I'm going to like that a little bit better than what I used in my sample card, which is the same card that we're making now. But I do have another sample card. So I think you guys will really like it. It's so, so pretty. I prefer glue so I can align everything. Amen, Kim. Me too. That is one of my favorites. Reasons for the green glue. It can be messy if you're not careful, but it gives me wiggle room and I like that. But sometimes I put too much and then I have too much wiggle room and I'll mess something up doing it like that too. But I just prefer it and I think it's more economical too. So I really, really like it. All right, so I'm taking the Happy Valentine's Day stamp that is from here, right here. You love green glue too? Mine is, Carol likes the green glue too. I think the majority of people like green glue. I could be wrong. If you're watching from YouTube, we'd love to hear from you to see what your favorites are. Okay, so we have got our sentiment. We've got our heart. Now, you just fussy cut this heart out, but to save time, I've already done that. So there we go. And then this right here, we got a stamp on it. We're going to stamp, I think I used, you know what? I actually think I did use real red, but I think I'm just going to use Melon Mambo because my real red is like really sticky right now. It's not wanting to ink up that great. All right, so I am going to just place this right here and we are going to stamp that on Pretty in Pink. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so I used this label outline right here, and then we're going to bring in our punch to the point label punch. We're going to line that up in here, which is pretty easy to line up, if you can see. All right. which I might have stamped it just a little too close. I did. I stamped it too close to the bottom. So we're going to stamp it again. All right. Sorry about that. It's okay. It happens, right? I think I'm going to go this way so that I can go up a little higher. All right. Now we're going to try that again. We're going to just line this up, and this punch lines up really nicely with all of them, with all of the borders. There's another stamp set that coordinates with this punch, which is really awesome too. I'm going to punch that out. It is the, yeah, I did. I brought it out. It is called the Bright Borders. So you get flowers and like a leafy viney thing, a group of flowers, just all kinds of little things, and really fun sentiments in this one too. So, and it coordinates with this punch. Okay, so we're going to put this heart in there. I am going to pop it up right here. Okay, so I'm just going to put one little big dimensional, one little big, okay, one big dimensional in there. And I'm just going to try to center this the best that I can in here, like so. And then you can put that right there. And I'm going to pop it up too. So, but I'm only going to put a dimensional there and a dimensional here so that it straddles the baker's twine. All right, so we're going to do that. And I'm going to move this in our card sketch. It's about that far away from the side over here. And then I'm going to pop up our sentiment. It's going to go right here over on this side. So we're going to put some dimension. I keep grabbing the wrong ones. We're going to put 2 dimensionals on here. And we're just going to place it right here, just like so. Uh-oh, my dog is starting to bark. Okay, and we got our bow to do, right? Uh-oh, maybe we do, because I think I might have lost it. Well, we can always tie another one. I just didn't want to have to tie it on camera. You know how that goes, right? Oh, here it is. Okay, yay. And then I'm just going to take a glue dot. I'm using these up because they came in some of my paper pumpkins, and why let them go to waste, right? So I am just going to stick this right about here. And then I'm just going to take that back off of there. Like so. I'm going to scrunch it up just a little bit. And then we're going to just attach our little bow. And there we go. There is our card that we used using this card sketch here. So all I did was, instead of using a square, I used a label, and then I just put another cutout in the label, which I think is really, really pretty. I added some baker's twine. You could use ribbon if you'd like. If you have the twisted gold linen thread, or what, it's a twisted gold cording or something, I can't remember the name, but that would have looked really pretty in here. And you could have done gold hearts if you wanted to. And then our sentiment, and that's it. So we just we rounded the corners so it's not rectangle like this. So it just kind of jazzed it up a little bit. Then we have our inside. You could stamp something in there if you would like to. Oh, Chris, it is okay because I know that you are sick. It is okay. Okay, so, but I'm glad you're on here. Okay, so y'all wish Chris a speedy recovery. Kim, how have you been feeling? You were sick last weekend, right? Um, okay, so this is the card that I did that encouraged me to do the template. Okay, so I just think it's really, really fun, and it just shows you how you can take a template and just kind of switch it around a little bit. I really do wish that I did one in portrait so that you guys could really see how you could do that too. But let me show you another card that I did. Thank you guys. I'm so glad that you guys like this card. Huh? Oh. Okay, so hopefully you're gonna like this one too. So here we go. So this one, we used a square, but it is a tad bit smaller than this square. But that's okay, right? Because it's still the layout. And it is really okay if when you finish your card, that it just resembles the layout. It does not have to be identical. This is just a reference for you to go to so that you can get inspired, play with your stuff that you have, and just decide what you want to do. So I used the perennial dies, and I used one of the smaller squares, and I die cut that. I'm going to have to hold that up so I don't know if you guys can see it because I can't see it on my screen. But I lightly stamped those little hearts right here. I lightly stamped them all around just to give the white a little bit of a background. And then I used those two hearts. I stamped them, one in Pretty in Pink and one in Melon Mumbo. And I fussy cut those out. I glued one flat down, popped this one up. Then I used a die from the perennial dies. Again, happy Valentine's Day. Tied the white, did the same thing that I did on this card with the baker's twine and the bow, but I did an embossed layer on the back. So I used what is it called? I brought it over here because I never can remember all the names to everything. This is the Distress Tile 3D embossing folder. So I thought that looked really, really pretty with this card. So I did not do an inside to this one. But isn't that pretty? And that just gives you a little bit of an idea on how you can change them. I didn't change these up too much, but remember, you can use a circle instead of a square. You can use a stamped image, like I brought this one right here in. You could use that instead of the square. Anything that you wanted to do, you can make it larger if you need to. So if there's something that you want to use, but it's just too big for this, you can make it larger. You can make your band larger. You can make your sentiment larger. Add a layer like I did on both of these cards. Add some embellishments, add your ribbon, and just have fun with it. So I hope that gave you guys some great ideas on the card sketches. I'm going to do another card for you guys. Let me see what time it is. Oh, maybe not. This will be fast though. Okay, I do not have a card sketch made for this one yet, but I'm going to because this is a fun layout here. So I have some basic white cardstock. It's 8.5, 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to go ahead. Okay, you guys know I did just have my bone folder. There you go. Give that a nice little crisp fold. This one I'm not going to put a layer on, but you most certainly could if you wanted to. I'm going to do this in portrait. It's going to go just like that. So I've already pre-cut a banner. This paper that I'm using is, oh, let me tell you, the paper that I used on this one is, it's the new in color designer series paper from this year. So that's what I use there in the Pretty in Pink. This one, I'm not sure. I don't think you can get this paper anymore because I know that the zinnias are on last chance, which makes me really sad, but they are. So I'm sure the paper is too. And usually when that happens, the paper usually sells out really fast. So I'm not sure if you can, but maybe you have this in your stash. And if you don't, I'm sure that you can find something that you like just as much or more. So this is, I didn't do the thing, so I don't have the measurements. This is 2 3/4, and it is roughly about, I think it was, I started out with 5 inches, and now it is 7/8, 4 7/8 long. We're just going to attach that right in the middle of this card. This is a super simple card to do too. And it just adds a little something, something. All right. It's fun. It doesn't add a little something, something. I don't know what I was saying, but it's fun to do. And it's simple. And I think I got that. Now we're going to bring in a black cardstock here. This is basic black. I don't remember what my measurements. Again, you guys can make this smaller or larger. You can make your banner however size you want to. It all just depends on what you're using and how large or small you need it to be. So this is 3 1/4 by 3, I think, by 3. I'm going to put the 3 3/4 portrait, landscape ways like that. We're going to flip this over because that's my cut sides. Okay. Sometimes my trimmer will leave little lips like on it. We're going to go ahead and glue that right down like so. At least I think that's what I'm going to do, because I'm kind of trying to remember what I did here, and I don't have my layout. I haven't made this one yet either. I'm actually waiting on my order to come in because I had to order some more cardstock. I was out of my smoky slate, which I've been using for the card sketches, and so I can't really make any more. I know I stamped this, but I don't remember, and it's messed up anyway, so that was the wrong one. So then here's this, okay? So we just stamped that. If you're wondering where this is from, this is an older stamp set, but a goodie. This is from Hooray from Surprises. Not from Surprises, for Surprises. And I just thought that this would make a really cute Valentine's card. So that is what we're doing. So I just stamped it in real red, and you can get dies that go along with it. I wanted to show you the pages, and I got ahead of myself. In the new mini is the Hugs for Love. They're on page 54. And I believe the borders might be over here. Nope. I thought the borders were right here with it, but I do not. There we are. Here's the bright borders stamp set right here too that coordinates with it. That's on 58. So you have 57, 56, 54, and 58 in your new mini catalog is where those are. This one right here, Hooray for Surprises, is Returning Favorites is where it's at, and it's right here on page 77. So you can buy the stamp set and buy the coordinating dies to go with it. So it's lots of fun. All right, so I've already adhered that, so I am going to, oh, you guys can see where I stamped on a blank side of a stamped piece of paper. Okay, I'm just going to put 3 dimensionals. I think that will be fine. I wish I could remember everything that I did to this card, but honestly, you guys, I just don't. I could have made the square a little bit smaller, but I'm okay with this because I'm going to put this heart up here. And I know this Happy Valentine's, but that's not stamped very well, so that's probably why I didn't use it. So we're going to use real red. We I'm going to use real. Oh, I glued the wrong side down on that too. I wanted to use this side right here. And you know what? I hope I didn't use the wrong piece. I didn't. No, because that was already cut. I wanted to use this side with the flowers because it has the melon mambo and then the red inside there. I used the wrong side, you guys. Oh well. All right, so I'm just going to use some real red. Hopefully I can ink this up a little. And we're going to stamp. I'm not going to do anything fancy. You know what? I think I did cut one out for this. I think that's what that one that was floating around was for. Where is it? Right here. Okay, so what I did was I just stamped it on a piece of paper and I used my trimmer, or you can use your scissors and cut it out, and I just flagged the end. That's all I did to that. Let's close this up. And we're just about done with this card. It's pretty easy, right? And I think it's really, really pretty. We can decorate the inside. We can bring in some hearts from the other stamp set. It does have a little tiny heart in this one, but I think I want something a little bigger. We could also use designer series paper to use to decorate the inside of your cards. And this is going to go right like so. I think. Right like that. I'm going to slide it up under here though. Like that. There we go. And there we go. Isn't that cute? It's just really simple and cute. You can add a bow or whatever you want to. We can add some, you know what? Let's do that. We can add some, I'm going to do these sequins right here. I'm going to do these silver ones. I think that that will look really pretty on there. These are the neutral adhesive back sequins. I think that that will be really pretty. And we're just going to put them all around the heart. So we're going to go right there. We're going to bring in a littler one. We're going to go right there. And then let's do maybe another littler one to go right there. Now we've just jazzed it up even more. So isn't that pretty? You could add more rhinestones or sequins if you want to. All kinds of stuff. Stamp the inside, use designer series paper in the inside, and then you have a sweet little Valentine's Day card. And that was from a stamp set that wasn't even a Valentine's stamp set. Now we're going to decorate the envelope on this, and I know that you guys have seen me do this before. So all I'm going to do is fold up some paper here. This is just computer paper. And I am going to stick my envelope in here. Just like that, okay? Actually, that's for stamping. So we can stamp an envelope, which we didn't do the other one, so we can do that. Now, I use that side, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use this side for my envelope. So all you have to do, this is a good way to use up some of your scraps. You just need to make sure that it is big enough to cover your envelope flap. That's all you need. Okay, so I am going to do that, and I am going to try to line this up the best that I can, because I stuck it in there thinking I was going to stamp it. That's what I would do if I was stamping it, not gluing it back on here. And that could have come up a little bit more, but we're okay. I'm okay. This side here can too. There we go. I'm okay with that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper snips and you're just going to trim around your envelope. I have run out of time, you guys. Oops, I caught my envelope a little bit, but that's okay. I don't even think anybody would really notice that. Go. A little bit more here. I could have come closer. Oops, Caught my envelope again. Oh well. Here we go. All right. So then there's the back of our. See, you really can't even tell, can you? All right. So you can save these scraps if you want to. I don't. Not those little tiny ones. And then there's that card. Isn't that beautiful? So, so pretty. Okay, I could stamp the inside of it, but since I'm out of time, and I really wanted to show you guys how to stamp your, oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's going to have some ink on it. All right, how to stamp your envelopes. So we are going to use this heart and this heart right here. We can use this heart. Well, I think we're just going to use both of these hearts. I think it will be just fine. So I am going to bring in, you know what? Let's do Melon Mambo and Pretty in Pink. So now I've protected my envelope. I've also protected my surface from this little bit right over here. So when we stamp over it or off the edge, it's not going to get all over my surface. So that's a brainiac idea, don't you think? All right, I'm going to do Pretty in Pink, and we are just going to stamp these hearts all over the back of this envelope, going in different ways, just like so. Oh, whoops. All right, let's see if I can line this up, you guys. Sometimes I do okay, sometimes I don't. It's all right. Okay, and then we're going to take the Melon Mambo. And we are just going to fill in the back. You can fill it in as much as you want or as less as you want. I'm going to do just like that. Wow. I'm not stamping because you know why? Because I'm hurrying. It's okay. This one has that big ink splotch on it anyway, so I'm not going to use it probably. All right, there you guys go. Now you got a great idea on how to stamp your envelopes. Isn't that beautiful? Except for my couple of boo-boos there, but that's all right. And I think it would be just fine if this wasn't a damaged envelope. But anyway, and that would go really nicely with either one of these cards. Just like so. Isn't that pretty? I love it. All right, you guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope that this card sketch was useful to you. I hope it gets you excited for the upcoming days when I will be starting those card sketches series for you guys. And I hope that it's going to be a big help for you and make your crafting just a little bit easier and a little bit more fun. I don't know how it could get any more fun, but yes, it can. All right, you guys, thanks so much for spending your Thursday night with me. And I will see you same time, same place next week. Love you guys. Bye. Oh, Carol. Tina, what stamp set is that heart from? Okay, so it's from Hooray for Surprises. That's where it's from. It is in your in the annual catalog under returning favorites is where it's at. So that's what that is. I think that's the one you're asking me, right? Because these hearts here from the Hugs for Love, which is a new stamp set in the new mini catalog. You're welcome. Thank you, Lynette. You're welcome. You're welcome, Carol. Okay. Let me just make sure that I have not missed anybody's comments. And okay, Kim, you did. We are all much better. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you are. Okay. All right, you guys, I think that is it. If I missed your comment, I will catch it later and I will answer it. That is it. Yep, because I saw all those. Thanks, you guys. All right, you guys. You guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Okay. Bye.